More and more people are moving to the region of the new dam, and this has opened a lot of new opportunities for everyone that's coming along in here. With the area that we have built now, we have a lot of residential. We have an area for industrial just over there, and with commercial expanding and bringing more and more businesses to the area, the dam is not as much important for this area and this region, although it still employs most of the population in the area. Now, with the discovery of some ore deposits along this area, there has been approval for a new industry to be built over here. Along with that, the expansion of this neighborhood has been approved into those areas. So we have 3 more areas here that have been approved for construction. But as this area is only for low density population, there has been also approval for one small area for high density, which is called the Cove Place. And this area will be the start of our high density area and will be at the moment mainly focused on the residential. So the idea is that residential in this area will have some bus lines here, but they'll go from this area, come through this junction and go through here, go all the way there and get into this area for the industry in here, or maybe for the industry over there. This will be solely served as bus lines for the moment, as we don't have trains yet, but I believe that we will unlock these new means of public transportation today and we'll get approval for a new passenger line, at least to be built on here, and that will connect also this area. So with that in mind, and with those approvals in place, welcome to Damascus, welcome to Cities Skylines. Thank you for joining us. Thanks a lot for all your interest and comments in the past episodes, and I hope you're enjoying this history of our Damascus city and how we grow this up. Today, as you notice, we will have a lot of expansion. We need, if I show you, a lot of residential in this area. We're having like some people complaining about not having enough workers, and we want to fix that up. And I still want to keep this area as low density because this is the style of this area. This is like where everything started happening. And with this new town in here, we are starting to create like newly built areas as well that we can then expand and make something a little bit more interesting. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll jump straight into the building. So what I'll start doing, I'll start by expanding the residential into these areas, probably doing the whole road layout, and then that'll be followed by this little place in here. This will be pretty quick to be done. I think I'll spend more time here trying to get these roundabouts sorted because we definitely, well, I'll see. I might try to keep these lower density roads, just like a two-way road in here, and see how that behaves. And if that all works well, then that'll be a pretty quick build in there. And then the focus will be on this area and the new industry over there. But without any further ado, let's jump into it.
Video from red button, kids are gone, lights are on now. Party in the box. Night is young, we are not feeling something now. Feeling us too, just like rhythm and blues. Straight out of her comfort zone, yeah. Daddy, mama got it going on. High shoes, explicit content, yeah. Doing what we wanna all night long. Look on the rocks, look on the rocks, look on the rocks, look on the rocks. Party in the box, just like rhythm and blues. Look on the rocks, look on the rocks, look on the rocks, just like rhythm and blues. Rhythm and rhythm and rhythm and rhythm. Straight out of our comfort zone, yeah. Daddy, mama, got it going on. Passions, explicit content, yeah. Doing what we wanna all night long. Straight out of our comfort zone, yeah. Daddy, mama, got it going on. Passions, explicit content, yeah. Doing what we wanna all night long.
And we are back. So, love those trains, by the way. They are from Revo in the workshop. You should check him out. He has like a huge collection, the best train collection. Or just so a little bit bumpy over there. I'll fix that up. But these trains are awesome. And by the way, this is, let me pause and get in here. This is the passenger train from Revo as well. And it looks amazing. Just love that. And talk about trains, as you can see, we have unlocked trains finally. We've managed to grow quite a lot. So we had 8,000 people at the beginning. We are now at 20,000. Yes, 12,000. Like we more than doubled the population in just one episode. And the reason for that is right over there. There we go. I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned on one of the first episodes that high density is a game changer on this. It's when things start to grow. Because if you look at these buildings, look at how many people we have in there. Look at this. It's like so many people. It takes in consideration how many levels you have in the building. Like for example, this one, you have a lot more apartments per floor, bigger number of floors as well. So just adults, you have 82. And that's quite a lot of people in one building. If you remember and you compare to any of the residential over here, we have like 4 people. A maximum, I think, of 5. Yeah, 5 people in there. And this is a game changer. So as soon as we've done that little area in there, which by the way, there's some areas to grow in here. If I show you the elevation, you can see that we can build a little bit more over here. That is this empty area that I haven't built anything because we had this inland treatment water in here that I had to put somewhere, and that was the only place nearby that I could do at the moment. We'll definitely move that out somewhere else, but for now, that's where this will live. So, done some lane mathematics in here, as you can see, from 3 lanes going to 2, that goes into 3 again, same thing on the other side, added some road markings, although I forgot these ones in here, I'll do that later. Fix this roundabout, doing like the permissions and all that sort of stuff, and then all high density over here. So this will be the beginning of our high density area. Then we'll build more around this. I I was thinking about bringing the train tracks inside over here as well. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe we even connect like both sides in here. Because that might be really good for us, to be honest. This is probably something I'll consider when we build this area, but it's good to see that we have somewhere to do it. Now, for our original area in here, as you can see, we've increased the suburb in there. In terms of like grids and natural layouts, I'm doing a grid following the natural layout, if that makes any sense. So what I mean by that, as you can see, we have this curve over here, so I'm following the terrain heights over there. So that's the reason. In here is just like maximizing the area that we have and get that in place. And then we still have some space in between the train line over here, but I will slowly build this and do some detailing. I've started doing it over here, as you can see, some flowers, some trees over there. I still want to add a few more things in here. We also have this really nice crossing over there. There we go. Or train just going past. Really, really nice area over here. And then at the back there, we do have our industry. So at the moment, we are level 3 or industry right now. We could, what is the problem? Not enough buyers for the products. I'm pretty sure we do have enough buyers for the products, especially that we're using quite a lot in here. Maybe there we go. We should bring more ore in there, but we'll do that. So what I've done, I've added the mines over here, then some storage over there, plus some storage on this side as well. And then added these grinding mills so we can produce metal, and the glass manufacturing so we can produce glass. Those are stored in those 2 medium warehouses and immediately sold. Now, the way we are selling this, I've added this cargo station over here. And this cargo station is responsible, well, at least that's the idea, to get all the cargo from this area and then just ship it. So hopefully that's how they're using it. And from here, there we go, they are bringing some materials in there. So with that, something else. The city approved some new trees for the roads as well. So we have all pines which are natural from this area. So I'm replacing the trees from the avenues with all of that. I think I've done all avenues already, so it's all good. No changes in this area other than finishing up this park. So that's all that we need in there, and that's all we will do over this park. On the last episode, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I put down some fence around here. Now we have the here I go, remember the names, gazebos that I've added all around the area, and some trees as well, so it's all covered. And we also have a passenger train over here, which is quite busy, especially connecting with this bus line. There is a lot of people that just walk over here, and there is a lot of people that walks a little bit further and goes all the way into this bus terminal or the intercity bus station there. Look at this, we have so many people in there. I've added a few more buildings in here, so they are starting to unbunch, and hopefully they will do that and make things go as good as possible. Otherwise, if they are too close together, I would prefer to actually remove some of the buses so they keep moving. But definitely, we'll take a look at it, public transportation in a second. But yeah, as you can see, lots of people walking as well, which is fantastic. I love to see that. Still quite a lot of people walking through here. As you can see, people cycling, more people cycling, going over there. And I just love how busy this bridge is. Added some connections in this area to the nature reserve as well. I think that would make sense, help people move around and get where they want to. And yeah, this is this area. Now, on this side, the only change here is that our industry has grown quite a lot, including a new train station, cargo station, and a passenger station over here as well. And oh, this is so good. Look at how many people already going in there. Just love that. So the industry is actually starting to grow. As you can see, we have a lot of demand for industries and offices. So maybe we start working with offices in the next episode. Although, if you look at the outside connections, we still need to make more goods internally. So instead of importing, I would like to increase our industry a little bit further so we can, we can benefit from that. That's all. So this area is growing, and then we finalize with this area over here. And that's where we start looking at public transportation. In here, we also have an intercity bus station. Look at how many people we have in here. I just love to see all these people walking. And look at how many people we have. Oh, that bus made like a dangerous turn over there. But plenty of people, everyone going in a lot of different places as well. And look at this, they don't stop. Like they don't stop. We need a train connection in here as well. This bus station and the bus lines that we have won't be enough. But how are they all looking at the moment? If you open this, and maybe we go for, yeah, let's take a look at this. Then we have this line. This line goes straight into here. It's one stop. We don't have anything going through this area yet. They can walk. And then we have basically two lines in here. One of them will go straight into this bus stop. This is this line, goes around. There is an extra stop here just for the buses to go over there and not go over here. That's the only reason why we have another stop. And the other stop goes straight, or other line goes straight and get into this area. What we could actually benefit from is maybe adding an extra stop over here for that line, which I might do, to be honest. I would do over there and maybe grab this one and on the other side. I think like we're going through this whole residential area, so we could benefit from a bus stop that will help bring people from here and to there as well. So that was the change in the bus line. Over here, we don't have any new bus lines yet. We might do that later on, but for now, that's what we have. In terms of train line, we have quite a lot of people using that, but our passenger line brings people from here all the way to there and back. So as I mentioned, the idea is that later on we might connect those two lines from here and get another station somewhere in this area that will connect with all these buildings or zonings that we create over here. So in terms of passenger, and as you can see, 548 people, that is one line that is not having enough. Let me find that. I think that's the one we have 20 buses in there. But this is good. The lines that we had before, they are still operating very well. This one though is the one that we need more in here. but they're still bunching. As you can see, some of them are pretty close together, and the more they go through these areas, I think the better we'll do. And when we improve our trains, then this will hopefully be slightly better. If it doesn't, what I'll do, I'll create a second line to connect these bus stations, and hopefully we will connect these in a much nicer way. So this is the one that connects from here to there, and that's the busiest one that we have. This one, which is the one that connects Cove Place to the industry area over here, right at the end there. We're fine. We sometimes we get one or two full buses depending on trains that arrive over there, but we have enough capacity and it's good. Can't complain about that. And the trains are still with a lot of capacity. The more we grow these areas, the busier they'll get. But for now, we just have 2 trains in there. That's more than enough. I'm more than happy with the way it is. And finally, our ferry. The ferry is still pretty busy. Depending on buses arriving, this goes up to 140, 130 passengers on some of these ferries. So as you can see, we have a little bit less passengers now, but it gets quite busy depending on how many people. Look at that, with how many people we get in there. So from time to time, this will get pretty busy, but it's a good balance still. It's pretty good balance. So I'm keeping the same amount of ferries in there, and I think that is for the best. But that is it for today. I hope you enjoy this new build, and I hope you enjoyed our industry as well, because I certainly had quite a lot of fun building this time, and I want you to enjoy this as well. So before we go, I just want to thank you all for all the likes, comments, and suggestions. I really, really appreciate all of that. You have no idea how that's making me happy, and how many of those suggestions just help me shape this whole build. And I'm really excited about all of that. So thanks a lot for that. I really, really appreciate everything that you're sending our way, and keep it coming. Also, consider joining the Discord server. You can share your city over there. We can talk about Cities Skylines and any other games that we have over here. And it's quite a fun and friendly place as well. Everyone is very, very nice and receptive. So I think you might enjoy that as well. And finally, I really wish you enjoy it, and I really wish I will see you in the next one. So thanks again, and bye bye.
What facts belong, it's hard to say.